Okay, this is 42 carbs.
My phone likes to randomly turn on.
That one has 41 carbs, and they both have 10 calories from fat. So let's make all of this, and then we'll add in some of that if we feel like we need more.
How many servings are this thing?
I don't know, but I ate like half of it by myself. All right, here is our pasta.
Come on.
Almost got this. Something fell out. Hold this. It's gonna unroll.
Oh. You want to unroll?
No.
Okay.
Wait, that's the tent. Hold this. Again.
Holding. This tent is making me cold. It's all wet.
Don't let it get wet.
Oh. Me.
You're letting it get wet.
It's raining. How am I supposed to stop it from getting wet?
Stop recording. Go inside and get it. You don't need that. Just turn on night vision.
Okay.
Is night vision on?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
You recording?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Like 11?
What's this?
I remember when I used to have feeling in my hand.
You okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Do you smell exhaust?
No.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
So, instead of setting our tent up in the daytime, we're doing it at night, in the rain. Wasn't one of the options to write a poem? Like they're only wearing the flannel shirt. You must be cold.
Yes, I'm cold.
Why didn't you put on a jacket?
Because, remember, I couldn't find it. This hurts so much.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's that I push the spikes in, and my hands are cold.
Oh. I have gloves if you want them somewhere.
For some reason, the spikes are pointed on both sides.
Attack bears.
What?
You can attack bears. It's like it's inside out. I can stop recording and help you if you want.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, that's what I figured.
We've completed our tent. We had a bunch of extra stuff left over, but I think that means that it was a job well done. So there's some water there for some reason. So Tim, being the nice guy that he is gonna go get me a towel. I'm gonna open up the flaps up here in the ceiling. Otherwise, it will just get very humid in here. So this is our tent. And this is our sleeping bag. There is a puddle entirely on my side. Tim looks so peaceful when he's sleeping.
I'm gonna cut you.
Tim's gone. I think I ate him when I was sleeping.
Never mind.
So, in order to conserve heat, we decided to put our tent on a place where there was no snow, so that when the snow melted, it wouldn't cool the tent, because water would cool the tent faster than the dirt would.
We also had mats on the inside of the tent to add an extra layer between us and the ground.
The mats are a layer of wavy foam with air inside, so it's a very, very good insulator. We also wore thick clothing in multiple layers, that if our layers got damp because of sweat or because of water that kind of got in the tent, then we could take that off, because the cold clothing would cool us a lot faster than less clothing would.
So we wore down coats and like warm socks and hats and that kind of thing.
And we also tucked our socks into our pants so that there wouldn't be any skin showing.
Which would preserve the layer of air around us that was already heated better.
So the tent that we used, it's very, very low to the ground. It's only like maybe 3 feet or so above the ground. So there's a lot less wind that's going to hit it because it's so low. And it's also has one layer that's mainly just to hold it up, but it also holds a lot of, it'll keep in a lot of heat, and another layer around that that's supposed to be waterproof.
And since it was raining, that other layer came in handy and kept us safer because
It would keep the wind from hitting the first layer, whereas the heat on the inside could be cooled if it was just one layer. There was the hot layer, which was what we were in, and then there was a layer of air in between that worked as another insulator that wasn't probably as hot as inside of the tent, but it was still a lot hotter than outside of the tent, which was probably about 43 degrees.
And even though it was raining out and we had gotten wet setting up the tent, we made sure that we were dry before going in so that while we were sleeping we wouldn't have evaporation occurring, which would cool us down faster.
That's why I opened the vents in the top, because it would let out moisture.
Okay, so from doing this project, we learned about conserving heat energy, which was the point, and we learned what types of food and what clothing and etc. will keep you warm. We learned to put up the tent before it gets dark out as one thing. We also learned that if you eat food that is slow digesting, I guess, it can give you energy for longer and therefore keep you warmer longer, because throughout the night, instead of getting a short burst of energy, you'll be getting gradual amounts of energy and it'll be used to keep you warm. We learned that if you set up a tent at night when it's colder than during the daytime, it's not worth it, I guess. If we had put it up earlier in the day, then we wouldn't have lost as much heat energy from things like the wind, because it was very windy, and convection, and radiation, because that night it got significantly colder and significantly windier. So essentially what we learned was what we did was okay besides the tent, because we did stay warm in the tent with all of our clothing and various insulators. So essentially if we just set up the tent earlier in the day, then that's what I took away from this project, that if you're prepared, it's not that bad. I mean, it wasn't that cold out, but it's relative, I guess, to if it was colder. And I guess if we're ever in an experience where we need to stay warm out in the cold, then this project will help with that. And yeah, I guess if we're out camping, then this will help us be better prepared than before we did it.